Let's see what they say. All right, hold on. How about now? Do I have sound? I got really bad feedback now. Are you echoing? Yeah, I'm echoing real bad. Stay on here. Hold on. Did you mess up my settings? Let's see what it sounds like here. Hold on. This is horrible. No, it's okay. Hold on. No, man, you made me do this. Okay, so you have audio now. So go on your mic and turn down. All right, look. Turn down your Everybody can hear me? Yes, you can. I can hear you on the mic. You don't sound echoey on. Okay, so everybody can hear me now? I'm echoing real bad. Okay, how about now? Is everything good now? Did you mess up my settings? We can all blame Patrick for this. He messed up my settings earlier. Is it working? Are we good? This is horrible. Okay. Am I good now? Oh my goodness. I think we're good. I think we're good. Oh my god, everybody missed the whole freaking entrance here. Patrick messed up my settings. My phone's been blowing up like crazy. And nothing's working. Hello? Are we in? We can hear you now. Okay, everybody can hear me now. Oh my gosh. You guys, you can all blame Patrick for this because he decided to change up my settings. And now I'm getting feedback really bad. But that's all right. Okay. All right. I think I'm good now. I think I'm good. This is horrible. Wow. This is unbelievable. Patrick, I still love you though. I really, really do. Oh man. Okay. So let's just kind of start this over with. Hey, let's do this. Let's do this. We're gonna time out real quick. All right. So definitely do clear. Okay. Everything's good. Right. All right. So we're gonna start this all over. Watch this. Okay. Watch this. We're gonna start this all over. All right. So guys, my guest tonight is we can't hear the feedback. Okay, everybody's good. All right, so my guest tonight is TintWiz. If you guys don't know who TintWiz is, you guys have been living under a rock. Um, and I got the so good privilege to have him on tonight. Even though the beginning of the show got screwed up, but that's all right. We're back now. It's a little chippy. The audio is a little chippy. See, this is horrible because Eric or Patrick messed up with my settings earlier, and that's all right. I think we're good. I'm gonna. I think I'm all right now. This is horrible. It's embarrassing, but hey, you know what? It's live. This is what happens, and I mean, what do you do, right? What do you do? You just got to keep rolling with it. You got to roll with the punches. So, anyways, guest tonight, TintWiz. I can't wait to bring him on here. I really can't. First guest on the YouTube channel, and wonderful sponsor of the YouTube show. And I'm sure he's probably sitting back going, "Man, this is embarrassing." But hey, you know what? It happens. But anyways, let's just continue on. First off, I hope everybody had a great week, good weekend. I did have some good time off, which was kind of great. I kind of stepped back from physically working and of course working in the office and being on my phone as much. So it's been kind of great. Thank God that's over with. But it's all good. We're gonna keep rolling with it this week, and hopefully Eric can turn this whole episode the right side up for me because that whole intro was horrible. So I apologize. I really do, guys. This is first time for me to bring this thing on all by myself. Last week, if you guys caught last week's show, my buddy Patrick Latman actually came in and kind of ran it behind the scenes for me because I'm still kind of learning all the new setup, moving from Instagram over. But that's all right. Now I've got chat. We can bring this over here so I can kind of see what's going on. And there's no chat display. That's weird. I wonder why it's not bringing chat display. This is unreal. I wonder why it's doing this. Here, let's try this. Let's just kind of goof off with this a little bit. Nope, still no music. Nothing's working. Great camera. I'm glowing, right? I'm probably sweating like crazy right now because I'm like embarrassed as hell. But I mean, it's technology. It's live stream. You know, things happen. I'm still kind of green, so we'll see what happens. But uh, here, let's just do this. Let's just bring Erik in, and man, I tell you what, my phone blew the hell up. Everybody's like, "No sound, can't hear you." Hey, hey, Siri, man, now I get Siri calling me out on things. Anyways, I tell you what, this is horrible. I guarantee you, this is all going to be fixed. Patrick, you got to fix this next week or this week for next week. That's what we got to do. But I'm going to send the link over. Let's see here. And I'm going to see if I can't bring him in here. You let's comment after opening it up, I believe. Uh, it's so when I go over the chat overlay, it's there, but it's not there, and I don't know why it's doing this. But um, I don't know. I don't know if it's the Restream app messing around with me. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm down. Okay, chats are starting to show. There we go. Got it. All right, now they're coming across. Man, there's like a horrible lag between what I'm seeing and what you guys are seeing down here. But that's all right. Let's just bring Erik in. But I do see the look at this. See, I can show. See, look, it's showing up right there. See, there's Julian's window tint. Here's the music. See, I'm getting it. It's going. All right, cool. We're going. Let's just bring Erik in. I love Erik. Let's see here. Da, da, da. Let us do our thing, right? Let us do our thing. Let's see here. Da, da, da. I'm going to bring in the guest for tonight. Here we go. All right, there we go. All right, sent them the link. While he's doing his thing, I'm going to bring this back in. And let's see here. Yeah, nothing. Audio. Something's not right with the audio, but hopefully when Erik comes in here, maybe. Let's bring him in. Erik, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, Captain.
Oh, great. Now I can't even hear Erik.
What? You can't hear me?
I can't hear you.
Shut up.
So Patrick, I know you're listening, but Patrick messed with my settings earlier because we were trying to figure something out. Let me see. Erik, can you say something?
Hear me? You don't need to hear me.
Oh, I have to hear you.
So you can hear me.
I can hear you. See, I gotta adjust all this stuff. Look at it, there's all this stuff right here on the mic, and Patrick went through and started pushing buttons, and I'm like, whatever, dude. But that's all right. You're in. How are you tonight, Erik?
I'm anxious right now. For the last 10 minutes, I was trying to figure out what was wrong with my computer because I couldn't hear you. And I wasn't reading the comments. I was just like, shit. And then I was like, I was thinking you looked panicked. So I'm like, he must be trying to get me in the show and I can't hear him.
No, trust me. I'm the one sitting here panicking because I'm like, my phone's blowing up and everybody, I think I got like 30 text messages and 4 phone calls within like 3 seconds. And everybody's like, no audio, no audio. And I'm like, oh my God, Patrick. Oh, anyways, it's not your computer. Hey, where'd you get that shirt?
So if I'm going to I don't know if you remember the first time I was on the show, I think I bought the first Tint'er brand shirt. I believe I'm order number 1. And it had your face on the back. So yes. I wore it backwards so it could be on the front. So I figured in like honor of being on the first guest on your new version 2 show, I should have the new version 2 of your face on my shirt. Right?
You're so funny, Eric.
And I didn't have to wear it backwards this time either.
That is true. You did not have to wear it backwards.
The whole time I was pulling on you, you know? And so I'm glad you like the shirt. That brings us to the giveaway. You tasked me to a giveaway, and we didn't talk since.
No, we have. The last we talked was at the end of the show last Tuesday, and we only spoke for about 5 minutes.
Yep.
And I've been so busy last week, and then I took the weekend off. Monday come around, and I was playing catch up. I had to book 2 flights, 2 hotels, 2 different states, everything like that. And then Tuesday came, and I'm like, I forgot to talk to Eric about anything.
I got to take care of it. So you mentioned giveaway, and I know you like numbers, so I wanted to include numbers. But I also know that everyone likes your face. So the concept that I put together was basically that we could give away some of these shirts with your face on it as a way to kind of get, I don't know, it's like a little kickstart to the channel because this is the new face of the show. And so whatever. So I also wanted to see if we could possibly get a shirt to everyone watching the show when we do the giveaway. So I'm not sure.
Wait. Time out. You said everybody that's watching the show is going to get a shirt.
So I didn't say that. I was about to ask. I said I would like to give away a shirt, but I don't know how many people are watching. So my next question: you know approximately how many people are watching?
All right. I lost my phone. Okay, so right now there's a total of 40.
40. Okay, let me make a little adjustment on my end, and I'm going to put in 40 as the. Wait, I'm screwing it up, but I'm putting in 40 as the amount of shirts that we'll be giving away. And when you use the coupon code, it's only going to allow one per person. So, you know, if everybody kind of does this right, everybody will get a shirt. So real quick, if you go to shop.tintwiz.com, the coupon code is, you'll see the shirt right away. And then the coupon code is simply 30, the number 30. I picked the number 3 since that's your favorite number, and Tint do 3, so it's 30. That's the coupon code. It gives you 1 free shirt for the next 40 people.
Okay, so let me move this. I'm gonna do something real quick.
Oh, there you go. Good idea.
So if I can get this, hold on one second.
All right, but you don't have to do it. I can send
over here. Nope, check it out. So you're talking about TintWiz.com. So you can do it 2 ways. You can go to shop.tintwiz.com, or you can just go to TintWiz.com, and up here at the top says shop. Oh my God, dude, it's right there at the front.
I put it right there to make it easy for everybody. And then the coupon code is the number 3 and 0. Now, it might charge you a couple dollars for shipping. I'm not 100% sure. But the shirt will be totally free. Okay,
well, it's Screw Up Tuesday. Okay, my mom's saying it's Screw Up Tuesday, but you know what? It's not. This is cool. You can only screw up one thing, and it's got to be Tint'er Tuesday.
It's no big deal. It's live streaming. It's not even like we're here. We're talking.
Well, you know, here's what's funny is I remember, you know, you doing shows, and you've had to actually log out and come back on because of audio or video. I mean, it's always something. And this is what happens when you do live streaming.
Yep. Yep, absolutely. The good news is you have a pro that behind you, which is Patrick. You've already kind of, it looks like everything's already been figured out, and there's always going to be little hiccups. But technology is good enough that look how crystal clear your setup looks. And this is like Jetsons type technology, isn't it?
I don't know about Jetsons, but I mean, there was nothing like this years ago, and now there is.
Right.
So Sound okay? Video's okay so far? Okay. Patrick's got to fix my audio because I'm still getting a little bit of feedback, and for some reason the mic's not wanting to fix itself. So, but that's all right. I'll deal with it.
No big deal.
No big deal. Just no
No big,
big deal.
no big deal.
So, Eric,
Yes.
for anybody that's watching doesn't know what TintWiz is, why don't you give them a quick spiel
Sure.
about what it is, where they can get it. I mean, besides tintwiz.com, and just give everybody a brief description.
Okay, so TintWiz is a software for window tinting businesses, paint protection, ceramic coating, and so on. And it is a business software, so it helps you run your business from getting a lead captured in directly into TintWiz to sending quotes, sending invoices, working with your coworkers, or if it's yourself, like creating tasks, notes, automated review requests, appointment reminders. I mean, all the way from capturing that to invoicing the customer and everything in between, so that you have a place to refer back to. Everything's organized. You're able to scale your business. You're able to run efficiently and have all the customer information basically in one place. And then, if you want to get started with it, it's tintwiz.com. It's available in the App Store, Google or Apple, but tintwiz.com kind of leads you anywhere you want to go. So that's the place to start. And if you have any questions, absolutely anything, there's two places. There's live chat on the website and on the app. That is where we do all of our support. So that's where all the questions can be, is in live chats, 24/7, 365. Jump in there, ask questions, whether you're on the job, whether it's at night, whatever it is, live chat. And then the other place is the Facebook community. It is on Facebook. Go to TintWiz community, and that is a wonderful community full of TintWiz users and supporters that can answer questions, share how they do things, and everybody just supports each other and shares information. So
Absolutely. Now, I, I'm em- I'm embarrassed. Excuse me. I've known you for quite a long time because I did a live feed with you when I was actually in Arizona, and I've never really joined TintWiz. I'm embarrassed because we're friends, and I always tell people about TintWiz. I'm always wearing your shirts and stuff like that. Um, but we've already had that discussion before. It's because, um, wow, someone's calling me. Sorry. So, um, I just don't do enough volume to actually utilize TintWiz, and we've had that discussion before. Um, but now that I'm doing other things, now is when I'm gonna actually get on and get the training for it and everything like that. So I'm getting there. Be
yeah,
patient with
and,
me.
and look, that's what I. To me, everything you just said sounded perfect in the sense that you became aware of it, and you felt like, well, it wasn't the right time. Now you feel like it is the right time, and that's that. I wouldn't want you to be like, yeah, I'm using TinWiz. I didn't really have a use for it. However, I did it because I'm your friend or because whatever. Like, I wouldn't want that. At the same token, when you said you weren't doing enough volume, I know you're wrong. But that's not something we need to talk about, since you're already saying that you're going to start using it. But that's ultimately the thing, is as a company, like, I never wanted I want people to use it when they feel the time's right for them, and always be like low pressure, and it's there when you want to try it. There's a 30-day free trial for anybody trying to see, to get going with it, and doesn't ask for payment information, anything like that. You can put your name and your email in there, be using it in a couple minutes, and that's that.
I just need to get the training for it. So
Yeah,
that's what I'm gonna do.
and like, here's the thing: you've provided great awareness to it, and everybody has, and it's super appreciated, because that awareness has helped others that end up using it. They provide more awareness, and it really, it has spread organically, just as intended, and as I think a product should, just based on its merits over time, no pressure, and it's perfect.
Oh, it's great. And I follow the TintWiz community on Facebook, and everybody's got nothing but positive feedback. And since then, you've actually added more little features as you're going as TintWiz is growing, you're adding more features to help out shops and individuals. Is there anything new that's coming out anytime soon for a new feature for TintWiz?
Yeah, so payment processing is something that we've been talking about for a while, and we're finishing up. It is like the main priority, but we release updates into TintWiz just about weekly. We don't really necessarily like, it's not like a feature announcement every week because these are improvements and efficiencies that, they're not major features, but they're ways that things work better, things work faster, and so on. And that's, you mentioned additional things being in TintWiz. Even just the speed and performance of TintWiz, we've been able to improve greatly. It was always fast, but like when you use it, you'll see it's lightning fast. And like as long as your internet's normal, it's like lightning fast. And that's really important to us because even, just think about like if something takes 2 seconds to load, or it takes 1/10 of a second to load, the difference when you're constantly loading things every few seconds over the course of a day, over the course of a week. So speed and efficiency is super important to us. And but back to your original question, I would say that the big thing that's coming is the payment processing.
I can't wait to see it come out because I know it's going to help a lot of people combine more into that app and be way more efficient than what they are now. And that's I think this the key the key word in our industry is being efficient.
Yeah, and it's anybody who can just remember back 3 years ago, I would say 3 4 years ago, 9 out of 10 like people I would say didn't know what a CRM was. Like if there was a post that said what's a great CRM to use, most of the comments were what's a CRM. It wasn't like suggesting anything, and that was just 3 years ago. So the idea is alongside that, it's not just CRM awareness, to your point, efficiency. Alongside that, we've seen how companies have scaled and grown tremendously. Like this industry is, just grown exponentially, just year over year, the last 3 4 5 years. And those things go hand in hand. Systems in place, improving the business end of your business, and we've seen what that ends up becoming, and it's just something that's going to continue to become more and more important, more and more in people's faces. And I always talk about it's like first mover advantage, right? Like what you want to do is you want to spot opportunities early on. And, if you were on eBay 15 years ago, it's a different opportunity than now. If you were on using Craigslist 10 years ago, if you're on Nextdoor now versus 5 years ago, Facebook 10 years ago, different than now. I'm not saying better or worse, different, but there is a first mover advantage. That's why, obviously, like right now, you hear a lot of get on TikTok, build your following on TikTok. Why? Because first mover, it's only going to become more difficult. And I believe TintWiz is one of those first mover advantages for the companies who adopted early, who have been using it, who have been improving their skill using it, and improving their efficiency using it. They have an advantage over companies who haven't adopted a system like the TintWiz system, and they're kind of going, well, this is how we do things, and this is how we've done them, and so on. I just believe over time, those people get their lunches eaten by the TintWiz users, which is first mover advantage. It's the evolution of business, and it's what technology does, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, technology changes everything. Because what do you think? Let's go back. Let's say 20 years ago. What do you think TintWiz would have done 20 years ago versus what it's doing now? Same, or do you think the growth would have been a lot faster for everybody?
You mean if TintWiz, like if 20 years ago, the concept would have came up?
Correct.
So it couldn't be what it is because people didn't have smartphones back then. So like, right? Is that what you mean? Like,
Well, that's yeah. I
you
guess you could
wouldn't
look at it
have
like that,
a
but
phone to do it on. You'd basically have to be like a web app. I mean, there would. Go ahead. Sorry. Let me read.
so no, that's okay. So not necessarily mobile, but what if it was available as a web? Because I mean, we had internet back then.
Yeah. Right.
So what would you see TintWiz doing? What it does now back then, the same way, or do you think it would be totally different?
I mean, what do you? I don't get
I mean,
it.
so how businesses are growing now,
Yeah.
you think that your TintWiz would have
Oh yeah,
helped
yeah, yeah.
back then
I do.
still?
I do. I 100% do, because one of the things that like smacked me in the face when I first got into the tint business, I met David Sero, and he was a neighbor. He actually tinted some windows for me, and then we had mutual friends, and he became my neighbor, so we became close friends. And one of the things that first smacked me in the face was just how like fragmented the industry sounded. I'm just like, I don't understand. Like, there's everybody's small. There's nobody that kind of like systematizes and is be able to like, and there might have been, but there really like wasn't that, and it's all like mom and pop local little shops, and they sold film. They were sometimes in audio shops, and there wasn't like, there were some people doing big, flat glass and so on. But what I'm saying is it was just everybody for themselves. It was very small. And that smacked me in the face. And it was just a matter of like, all right, somebody needs to go in there and use the modern tools that all other businesses were using. So what I mean by that was Google AdWords. So at the time it was like, hey, why don't we run Google AdWords? And like, that was a huge advantage back then. That's another first mover advantage. Google AdWords, when nobody was really running Google AdWords for tint, was only 10 years ago. So like you hear like Gary Vee say Google AdWords in the late 90s and early 2000s. Well, that still existed in our industry only 10 years ago, because the industry was kind of late to hitting Google AdWords hard. However, now everybody pretty much knows to advertise on Google AdWords, and the price per click is completely different. And the opportunity there is just completely shifted, and things like Facebook and so on. So I do believe that if TintWiz would have came to me back then, and if I would have magically had the experience and time to build it and so on back then, that I think it would have been a driver in the industry for sure.
It would have helped me last 20 years. It really would have. I I came from a shop in Oklahoma that I was literally doing about 10, 15 cars a day almost by myself. I had like part-time help. So I know it would have helped me a lot because I was all the installs, all the phone calls, all the quotes, all the above.
Yep.
And I kind of I wish I had it back then, but I
I
am
mean,
going to get it now.
think about this. Like, I know, like, how many people out of all the tinters out there, how many of them are taking down the information of every customer who calls into TintWiz or something else, whatever it is, even Square, versus how many people are not even recording who they talk to? They're getting a lead, which is what they pay for. Right, it's fair. But like, right, it's everybody. It's not, it's a small percentage are actually doing the things that everybody knows you need to do
Yes.
to capitalize on it. Now, if you say, Jason, like if you say, look, I do 3 cars a week. I don't like, I get 20 calls a day. I don't even want to record the people who call because I have more cars than I need. Then I'm like, hey, that's a very unique situation. But and it is what it is. But for everybody out there who's saying like, I want to get more business. How do I get more customers? How do I raise my prices? How do I do all those things? Well, it starts with capitalizing on what you have in front of you, not by spending money, but by making the most of the things that are already coming in and turning that into money, and then going out there and getting more. But I'm just saying, really, if there was 10,000 tint shops out there, how many are actually, even if they're using a system, how many are actually taking down the information of everyone who calls? Which is, why wouldn't you?
I'll be honest, 20 years ago, I was writing down stuff on a notebook and literally just like customer, their phone number, and the type of vehicle, and that was it. And then it got to the point where I wasn't even registering that. I was just like, "Hey, I'm done. Bye. See you later. Call
Yeah.
me if you have problems. I'll see you when you come back if you ever do." That's all I did. That's all I knew.
Yeah. Well, it's evolving. The automotive aspect of it, ticket prices are getting higher. Services, there's more services being bundled together. When you sell a $700 windshield or $700, all sides in the back, it's a different customer expectation than if it was $160. So, that's just making the shops like kind of have to step up their game, I would say, if they kind of want to enter that arena. And then for flat glass, I mean, you see, like, because Carlos has been very public with what he's been doing, and like with flat glass, I'm not sorry to say, the reality of it is that the flat glass companies that have been doing flat glass for 10, 20 years, and they're like monster flat glass companies and all that, The ones that don't jump on board with something with TintWiz, something that they can send a quote when they're at the job and provide pictures and provide detailed explanations and do that with a couple clicks and email to the customer and text message and reminders and all that. The ones that aren't going to do that because they've been monsters in the industry for 10 or 15 years are literally getting their lunches eaten by people like Carlos and other users, because you can't go into someone's house anymore and say, well, all right, I measured, it's going to be $1,200. If you want to do it, I can write you up a quote. And then, or even worse, almost, I'll send you a price. I got to get back to the office. And then 3 days later, you're sending them a quote after they called. Like, that just doesn't work. Not going to work in residential commercial. If you're getting away with it, just know it's like by the skin of your teeth.
Yeah, I totally agree with what you just said. Like I said, I don't use TintWiz, but I've been with Carlos numerous times. Everybody knows that I'm down in Houston a lot, and I've been on quotes with Carlos, and he literally just does it all right there. He's got his phone. He's like, here, this, that, and he's like, think one button, and he's like, there you go. And it's end of story. Like, it's that easy.
And I mean, look, like, Carlos is a charming man. He's very attractive.
Kind of.
He's very charming. He's very entertaining.
Entertaining, yes.
But like, let's kind of look at another angle. He's new in flat glass, and yet he's fucking killing it. So you have to go, why? Because, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Because I agree 100% on that. So go ahead.
It's because he put systems in places from day one, and he absorbed the knowledge and like the recommendations of how to sell. It's not just TintWiz. It's people like Harry Ramon and the guidance he had from Expel. It's obviously the people that are peers in Clubhouse and on Facebook and so on. It's all of it. But all he did was basically say, I'm going to take advice from all the people around me, my peers and colleagues and so on, and I'm going to execute on it. Simple as that, and now killing it. That's all you need to do. Doesn't need to take 6 years. It doesn't need to take a struggle. Just literally go, the information's there, the people are there, the options are there, take advantage of it.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And he's killing it with flat glass. And just like you said, he's barely got his foot into actually doing it. He's only been doing flat glass for what, 2 months, 3 months, something like that.
And it's, as I understand, I mean, he seems to be on flat glass like all day long. Like, and that's what a lot of people are like ambitions are. And like, we can play this thing about markets, and like, definitely markets are different, but I believe you can survive in all markets. You can thrive in all markets, but they're different. But Houston, if we want to be like Debbie Downer, we could call Houston, well, it's a saturated market. There's a million tinters. There's people that have been there for decades. There's so many new guys selling cheap shit for $3, blah, blah, blah. Like, I mean, it's one of those markets where if you want to bitch about it, there's plenty to bitch about. It is hot, but there's also a bazillion tinters, right? Yet he was able to enter the arena, charge great, prices that he can thrive in, and do it quickly.
Oh yeah. He's killing it. I mean, his TikTok videos alone are getting millions of views, and he's literally getting messages and leads through TintWiz from other states and even other countries. And they're like, "Hey, do you have a team here where I live that you guys can come out and do my windows on my house?" And I'm like, "Dude, just start making teams and just send them out." Like, it's a win-win.
But it is a success. It is a success. That sounds like a nightmare to me.
I'm just saying, like, it's
a sign of success.
Absolutely. It's a sign of success.
And I think, like, it just, again, that's another nod to his ability to start something new, to analyze it, to execute on it, to improve it, to improve it, to improve it, to improve it, and to be consistent with it. Because he didn't go into TikTok, post a video, and leave. He consumed the content. He looked for patterns. He saw what was working for him. He saw what was working for other people. He tested it. He repeated it. He got better at it. And he's still doing that. And that's what it takes to get good at anything, right? You can't just put a piece of film to glass and walk away a minute later and think, well, next time you come back, you're going to get better at it. You need to spend time there. You need repetition. You need to embrace yourself, like embrace the whole thing. And that's how you get better at something, whether it be using TintWiz, using TikTok, running Google ads, running Facebook ads, doing live streams, whatever you want to do. You just have to spend time doing it.
Exactly. I mean, you said it all right there. You really do. Um, yeah, he's killing on TikTok. My God,
No,
he he got two leads on TintWiz for the two different towns here in Colorado, and he fed them over to me. And I'm like, dude, this is crazy. This is crazy. And he's like, this is like all the time, all the time. So he's killing on Flagglass. He's doing it great on TikTok. He knows he knows his market. He knows what he's doing.
yeah,
Smart.
and TikTok seems to be like the universe creating a platform specifically for Carlos at this specific time in history. Like it seems like you know, it's a perfect fit for Carlos, and other people may feel like TikTok's not the perfect place for them, but don't look at Carlos as the only example of how to be successful on TikTok, and don't look at TikTok as the only place to be successful. So just find what you enjoy, dive in it. If it's YouTube, dive into YouTube. But that means spending your time on YouTube, watching other videos, commenting in other posts, seeing how to, you know, growing your YouTube, like being a YouTuber, right?
Exactly. And I'll be honest, before the first show last week, I was watching YouTube videos on how to do all of this and grasping little things here and there. And that's why I'm a little embarrassed about tonight, because I'm like, no sound on my second night. Oh my God. I wanted to shut it off and just be like, I'm done.
See, you nailed it on the first night. That's the important. That's what everybody remembers because it was the first one. I know everybody knows Jason had a killer setup. The little glitches now don't matter.
I know, but it's still embarrassing. I'm like, I've got you on, my first guest, second week on YouTube coming from Instagram, and I'm like, of all things,
It's all right.
but I'm learning. I'm still learning, but it's all good. I got it going now, so we're good.
100%.
There you go. Cool. Hey, excuse me. Let's talk about WizCon. You
Wiz,
still, yeah.
so WizCon is gone.
So that's no WizCon.
So here's what happened.
Yeah. So I try to keep up. I really do. Um, everybody's busy. I can't keep up. And Carlos and I talk so much. He's like, yeah, it's Tint'er Battles 2023, blah blah blah. And then you, oh my gosh, excuse me, no water. You had it on TintWiz
We did.
as WizCon slash Tint'er Battles 2023.
Tint'er
So now
Battles
it's not.
slash WizCon 2023, but it doesn't matter the order. But here's what happened.
Okay.
Originally, when the ball started rolling for that location and so on for Tint'er Battles 23, the concept of having, you know, I definitely wanted to. I love getting people together. Like I love when everybody gets together. Like I love that. And back a year ago, I recognized that I love that. Right. Like so when that location was originally that the ball got rolling for it, the concept was okay. 2023 Tint'er Battles, perfect location, and it could be the kickoff of what I envisioned for WizCon. However, given the tremendous popularity of Tint'er Battles and ultimately attendance limitations in any venue, it didn't make sense after what went on at 2022 and the attendance and so on and the projection for everything next year. It didn't make sense to split it up in any sort of way. So simply, the concept of WizCon is put on a back burner for now. And it is evolving actually as it's on that back burner. And what's going to go down in January is 100% Tint'er Battles 2023. And it's going to be spectacular.
And that's a 3-day event, right?
So it's okay. this is a good thing to talk about because it could be a little
Break it down for everybody that
right.
kind of is following along with Tint'er battles and everything like that. So go
Right.
ahead, break it
So
down.
dates of the event are January 5th through the 8th. Now, let me explain those days. January 5th is a Thursday. That is your arrival day. So people will be getting in the morning, midday, evening. That's your check-in day. It's not, you're not missing the heat shrink battles if you're there in the afternoon on Thursday. There will be things going on throughout the day, and it's better if you're there early, but it's an arrival day. The first, like, well, that evening there will be a welcome reception. There'll be drinks, there'll be food, and so on. That's Thursday evening. As long as you get there by the evening, you're going to be part of that. Friday morning, from morning till night, from breakfast till dinner. Literally, I think the first thing is going to be around like 8 a.m. till I think it ends at around 10 p.m. From that span, Friday is breakfast, lunch, dinner, stuff throughout the entire day. Saturday, same thing, breakfast, lunch, dinner throughout the entire day. Then Sunday comes, it is breakfast and a send off. And you would expect to be departing anytime you want, but usually around maybe noon, 1, 2 p.m. You head home on Sunday after that breakfast and like departing event. So Friday and Saturdays are like the meat and potatoes of the event. Those are the full days. And, that's also why the venue was picked because it allows you to get there, never leave. It is an enormous facility. You can bring your family. There's pools. There's like spas. It's on the beach. It's just like restaurants and hiking and multiple gyms. I mean, it is like a tremendous venue fit for a vacation, the entire family, and a kickoff to 2023.
It's a beautiful setting. It is. I saw pictures. It's great. I may just be sitting out at the pool drinking all day. I'll be honest.
There's no problem there. You know what I mean? Here's the thing, right? Like, what moments, if you look back, like, it's like it's bonding, like the bonding moments, right, are like a big part of what you remember, whether it was at the heat shrink battle or it was at like at the Cody's charity event or it's like in the parking lot of wherever, it doesn't matter. It's like that time you're together, right? So like, I feel like Tint'er battles and everything this location has to offer is just to bring people together, whether it be at the pool, whether it be in the gym together. Like, it doesn't matter whether it be, like in the competition. That's the idea. And it's not only a time to bond with your with others in the industry, with our peers, but also to form those bonds with our family and have that crossover from work, crossover from our peers' families to us. Like, I feel like, one of the things is like, I feel like I really get to know somebody a lot of times when I feel like when I meet their family or somebody, like when I met Linda, when I met your mother, it's like, okay, I know another aspect of Jason. I had the pleasure of meeting Patrick Franco's wife, daughter, and son Enzo at Tint'er Battles. Okay, I saw another whole dimension of Patrick. And like, I met Marco's family, Desiree and his kids. Like, you see the whole picture, and like they meet you and they meet each other. And like, I just think that this event is going to step up like fostering that environment, which is like, I don't know, it feels good, I think, and like really matters.
I agree. Now, I've been to both Tint'er battles and the event with the Becker boys up in Delaware, and I've gone to so many shops and I've met a lot of Tint'ers, and some I've met their family and some I've met their kids. So this is great. I love how you put that, and it gives everybody that chance to get that bond inside and outside of the industry all at one place. I think it's fantastic. I
Like,
can't wait.
I mean, like we kind of touched on the gym, but like going to the gym as like a group, like I don't know, like that's like a bonding opportunity, like going for a ice cold dip in the ocean, like if you want to do a polar bear plunge, like I mean, there's just different ways, like doing yoga together, like people do, there's just different things you can hang out, or it could just be having a drink, right, at
Yeah.
the bar, whatever. But the key is you're going to be able to be there all day. So like, if you want to go take a shower and come back down, that's no problem. If you want to go take a nap and come back down, that's no problem. And that lets, I feel like, really take advantage of the full event, as opposed to having to like, book a separate hotel, drive over there, Uber, parking, back and forth, put the kids in and all. It's like easy peasy. Like come down, go up, do what you got to do.
Yeah, no, it's a great all around location for everything. Just like you said, you don't have to leave.
Believe
It's
if you
all
want
right there.
beverages, just don't trip on the way to your room. You're
Yeah,
good.
right.
Like, it's what it is.
What else is going on with you?
So
Let's get off of business side. What's going on with you? How are you? Health wise, good? Like what's going on?
health wise, it's good. My New Year's
Okay.
resolution is to improve my health by being more physical, like doing, working out more as I used to years ago, as well as improving what I eat, because you are what you eat. Like you truly, literally are what you eat. And that's been a potato for the last 8 years. So I don't eat potato anymore. So that's that. But really, like something that got me really excited this weekend was I don't know if you saw, but Sheriff Tint'er, on National Window Film Day, which was Saturday, it was April 30th. Sheriff Tint'er popped into a Krispy Kreme donuts and gave away donuts and smiles all day. And we posted up a little clip of like some of it, but like the thing is, he also did it like other days and other locations and like more. And then there's video of the whole day, obviously, of that day. And like it's just like I watch it and I just sit there like laughing out loud, and like it feels good and it looks good, and like seeing people happy. I don't know. That's what's going on with me. That's where my mind's at. Like what he's been doing to find a sheriff that specializes in window tint that also can somehow get Krispy Kreme to let him work the drive-through and go back and make donuts. Fuck. I mean,
How did he do that? How did he pull that off? Does he know someone inside that
the
Krispy
body
Kreme?
footage. That's the thing. It's all on body cam, so the people like are acting natural.
It looks like he just walked in, threw an apron on, and was like, "I'm here."
Walked in and he's like, yeah, like I'm gonna give out some donuts, walk straight into the back. I was just at the other location. He puts on his siren. So let me tell you, there's a video of excuse me. So at one point during National Window Film Day, he's scanning his phone and also using a card so that he can cover the people in the front and the drive-through simultaneously as he runs back and forth to greet the people and tell them about Window Film Day and send them on their way. And the person at the front at the window, customer, the sheriff's credit card, thinking like just kind of like in repetition, like it was swiping it, and then I gave it to you. So you see on body cam footage, sheriff come back and he's like, "Where's the credit card?" And they're like, "What credit card?" And he's like, "I think you gave the customer the credit card." And they're like, "We didn't give the customer the credit card." He's like, "Yeah, I think you did. I saw the guy. I think you gave him the credit card." And they're like, "I think we gave him the credit card." So he runs out the store, okay?
In those boots.
In the boots.
Everything.
Full getup. And I mean, he's in uniform. He's working that day. So here's the thing. You see this man run out of Krispy at full speed, run into the patrol car, hit the lights, pull into traffic, hit like the emerge, like, and like take off to catch these people that have the credit card. He was able to catch them and retrieve the credit card in the Tinterceptor. And this
no way.
Like, swear to God, and like you're just watching. I don't know what happened. Like he just uploads the footage because it's public property. I guess it's like once police footage has to be released to the public. So he just uploads it. I'm downloading it from TintWiz County's website and I'm seeing what the hell went on, and I just dying laughing. So like that's one thing. That's one thing that happened.
Are you gonna post that video?
I mean, definitely we can.
I want to see it.
Yeah, I mean, I
want to see that car in real action, though. I mean, that's like real action. He literally, yeah.
And like, here's the thing: when I saw him at Cody Becker's, was it Cody's? No, when I saw him at Tin'er Battles, you figure that was just when we first saw the Sheriff's Tinterceptor, right?
That's when it was introduced. Yes.
He's randomly driving, and he like goes around turns, and you see him hit the lights and the burp, and like. I'm just saying, like, he's fully integrated into the like
It's
sheriff's.
like it's like he's a natural.
He's totally natural.
Yeah. I want to see the clip. You got to post that clip.
I'll definitely get the clip.
I'm sorry, I just can't picture him running out like that.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, this guy's tall. He's tall.
yeah, but he's athletic.
He is athletic.
He's
He's
very
tall. All that gear on, the boots, and those boots are pointy.
the
So
boots.
it's not.
Sure.
Yeah.
He rides a horse in those boots because he also does horse patrol.
He does horse patrol.
Yeah, it's on his Instagram or on his. If you go to Sheriff Tint'er on Facebook, you'll see him mounted on the horse. He does horse patrol too, I guess.
Oh, I need to catch up on him. I do.
You don't even understand, like Sheriff Tint'er reminds me of, like, I want to say I don't actually know the character, but like he's very capable. Like he can do, like he can, whatever it's called, like when you parachute out of, like, you ever been to like a race car, like a NASCAR event, and they'll have people parachute with like an insurance company like thing? Yeah, he does. Yeah.
What?
Like he's working on being able to, like, he wants to fly like the wingsuits. Like he's like that level.
You think he'll do it?
Yeah, I think he can do everything. He can scuba dive. Like, we were just going through things that he knows to do, and like that man is like, I'm trying. It's escaping me the character, but he's like he'll be the guy you see on a jetpack or something. You know what I mean? Like that's who Sheriff Tint'er is.
He's so different when he's in his civilian clothes. It's opposite ends. Right. I love the guy. I need to catch up on some of his stuff. I do. But I did see the Krispy Kreme thing, but not the. Yeah, I want to see that clip.
I mean, he's getting donuts off the line on body cam. You know where they're managers taking them right off the line so he can try them right off the line. Like, it's hilarious. I mean, back law enforcement. That's what it comes down to. And he's like,
that's the funny thing, because it's law enforcement and donuts.
It is like a perfect. It was like a perfect marriage, you know.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
So it was. Look, it was a way. Here's the thing. Every year I see National Window Film Day, right? And like every year, IWFA posts about it. A couple dealers post about it, and basically, it's like, what are you doing? Everybody always like, what are you doing for National Window Film Day, right? And like, I don't know what anybody does really for National Window Film Day. Like, let's be honest. You post about it. Maybe you offer a discount that day, but usually, I think what happens on National Window Film Day is like 5 Facebook posts about National Window Film Day. So it felt good to be able to kind of bridge the gap of, like, we have a day, it's called National Window Film Day, and this is a way that, you know, it can build awareness to consumers, because every one of those people that walked in that store understand, like, National Window Film Day meant donuts. They laughed, they saw Sheriff Tint'er, and I think it's just like one step in the way Sheriff Tint'er can bring awareness to window film. So it was just a fun thing, and it's fun to see people smile and laugh and whatever.
No, I'm glad he did it. I mean, it looked really fun, and two, I'm kind of jealous I was not at that Krispy Kreme donuts. I wish I was.
Okay, so have you seen the donuts that Krispy Kreme makes, like the custom ones, like the Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm just saying, Krispy Kreme is on point these days. They are on point. They're working hard, and they're coming up with different variations of their delicious donuts, which the regular glazed are on their own heavenly. So I don't know.
We actually just had one open up again. So there was one years ago and it shut down.
Right.
And then just a couple weeks ago they had their grand opening again in a new location. And I did take my son there. My son was like in heaven. He was just looking around going, I've never had Krispy Kreme. What do I do? And I'm like, just pick out what you want. Just pick one out. And he was watching all of them come down the little conveyor belt and stuff. So I like Krispy Kreme.
I mean, Dunkin' Donuts, like, growing up was like, you know, it was more like eating a muffin. Whereas like Krispy Kreme donuts are just, you know.
It's good,
It's delicious.
but I get fat, so I got to watch it.
Yeah, and it's definitely a treat. It definitely can't be a diet staple, or you'll become a donut.
No, I actually have to slow down on my coffee intake right now, and I'm
Oh God,
not happy because I get heavy cream, and that stuff it'll it'll make you fat. I'm sorry to get fat, and I don't like it, so it is what it is.
yeah.
What else is going on? What else is new? Anything?
Um,
I'm throwing you on a spot. You're so good at this. You can come up with stuff like that.
there's new stuff. I just got to sort through. Like,
If you can't say anything, you don't have to.
I have to think about it because that's what I'm like. It's like kind of just thinking like what
What you can give out without giving it out.
yeah. There's yeah. Yeah, there's another vehicle being like in the works.
Oh God.
That is like totally top secret. Like totally top secret. But obviously like I can't stop grinning. So like there's another vehicle and like it's gonna be soon. And I feel like it it's got me like excited. I'm looking forward to the fun that will come along with that.
Is that going to a specific person?
So it is going to go to a specific person. The person should remain completely anonymous, or the clues could start rolling. But I
Sure,
guess
sure.
here's what it comes down to. Here's what makes me so excited.
Exclusive right here.
I
Right
mean,
here. This is it.
and I definitely wasn't going to mention this because I like to keep things like secret. I think it's a challenge to try and.
But if you don't want to say anything, don't say
No,
anything.
no, no. But here's what I do want to say. I'm not going to give away anything else
Okay.
about who or what or anything like that. But
Gotcha.
Okay. I am excited about this because it's one more. It's like a building block in entertainment, and I have seen the results of what Tintertainment has brought to the industry over the last year since Tinter Battles 1, since before Tinter Battles 1, since the lead up to Tinter Battles 1 till today. I have seen that. And what I'm saying is, even just as TintWiz, as a business, as simply a business supporting Tintertainment, I have seen tremendous value because because it's like we were saying earlier in today's live stream, TintWiz was early in you didn't TintWiz was around before most people knew what a CRM, right? It's still early, right? And what that meant was time is on our side, but people are going to have to become aware of something, right? And there's been a lot of ways people become aware of TintWiz. However, one of them has been through Tintertainment. And what Carlos said a year ago, which was bridging education through entertainment, like entertainment, and like educating through and and at the time it's like you think education about window film, so both as a dealer, improving your business, improving yourself as a tinter, as well as educating consumers, right, through entertainment. But I'm saying simply as TintWiz, as a business, I have seen how it's been able to help bridge that gap and get people to become aware of TintWiz and so on. Now, as an Erik, as a community member, then I've seen all Tintertainment's been able to do, and I mean not all of it. I've only seen what I've seen. I'm sure I've missed probably 90% of what Tintertainment's been able to do, but I've seen a tremendous amount of value it's provided for all the people that came to Tinter Battles, and a lot of people who I saw comment and watch it like there, and like people that have been affected by it through other people, right? Like, and that gets me excited when I see it growing and evolving and so on. So that's why the van, did I say a van? That's why the vehicle gets me so excited, because it's another building block towards entertainment. And I love what's going on, man. Like, look what entertainment did with rose gold tint, right? Like it it brought in leads. So it showed that TikTok can bring in flat glass leads. It brought in selling bronze film, which nobody really sells, right? So you have this kind of dead product that used to be popular 10 years ago.
You're giving it away, Erik.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to give a full circle of like how Tintertainment's been so positive for the industry, and simply that any building block towards Tintertainment makes me excited. And I hope what it's going to spawn is other people embracing these characters and these kind of deep dives that the Sheriff have gone into, and you saw happen throughout the lead up to Tint'er Battles 2022. I mean, let's talk about Nipsey, right? The industry complaint department, Nipsey and Lawrence, like legitimately throughout Tint'er Battles 2022, they were handling industry complaints. They were making the road to Tint'er Battles smoother for Carlos the entire time. That's like two people who came up with a theme for their team to maybe compete, didn't compete, and then took on a role in the industry based around that. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to invest in, both as a company and as a person, because I see the value in that. It's a little silly, it's a little fun, but you see that it works, and it's working in different people. You see Chuck Cochran, right? And Jimmy Nance. I see more posts from Chuck Cochran now than I feel like I did cumulatively in the past. And
Absolutely.
sharing his tank setup, and you see him sharing his water setup. You see him sharing different. He always shared different glazing tips, different like Dow tips, and so on. But what I'm saying is, you see him more active, and I feel like Tintertainment had some role in that. And he's an old schooler, right? He would refer to himself. I'm an old schooler. Then you see people like Nipsey. Well, he's not a business owner. He's I don't know. He's like a window tint feud type of guy, right? Like he kind of came from like a different category maybe you'd put in the past. And like what I'm saying is, and then you see like Patrick Fransco, and you see him bringing his family. You see all these different people coming together around Tintertainment. And we would be here all night if I went on about every little building block. So what I'm just simply saying is, it excites me tremendously to be able to put any sort of like, wind behind sails, whether it be your live stream that you're fucking killing it at, or Patrick Lappin, or Carlos, or the Sheriff, or whoever. It really is like exciting to me, and it's a new thing, and I believe in it very much. And I think every company should get behind it that is in a position to, and I mean like manufacturers, distributors, tool companies, and so on.
I have 3 possible
Guesses?
ideas of I think I know.
Ideas to do.
What's that?
Are they guesses at what something, or are they like new ideas? Like,
No. What the new vehicle is and where it's going.
So I suggest you keep it to yourself.
I'm not saying anything. I'm not
saying anything either. If you can guess, it's your show, man. You can tell me to get off your show. I'm looking forward to it.
No. You're a guest. If you tell me not to say anything and I'm not going to say anything.
Here's I can kind of throw out something. I'm not saying it's a clue, but I will say this. TintWiz County, it's a county. Counties have other positions. Counties have other vehicles. It's a county. TintWiz County. That's where the donut thing went down. Was it Krispy Kreme in TintWiz County? We have a sheriff in TintWiz County, and there should be other TintWiz County related vehicles. So I'm trying to look at the comments. So I have to come in real close.
I mean, unless you want to do a Tint'er bus, I mean, I'm down.
Tint'er bus. All you have to do is like that has to happen at some point. It just has to be when like the entertainment crew can all get in the bus together for like 3 weeks or something and go like hit the whole like West Coast or East Coast or whole coast or whatever. Maybe do the Florida to California kind of I-10 tour, and you do it in like 2 weeks, and you don't have, it doesn't, that's like, I can't wait for that day. That's going to be insane. Stop at Buc-ee's.
Oh, that would be a show all on its own.
It would.
I mean, I walked into Buc-ee's. I've been in there before once, long time ago. But I walked in there with Carlos, and Carlos was like, "Have you ever been here?" And I'm like, "Yeah, dude, it's Buc-ee's. If you haven't been to Buc-ee's, you need to go to Buc-ee's."
I haven't gone to I went to Buc-ee's for the first time within like the last, I want to call it 3 months, 6 months. Like, it's a new thing to me. And like, I would always like I started hearing about it. Like, people talk about Buc-ee's like recently. And I was like, what is this? And then I'm driving across country back and forth, and in Texas, and then some in Florida now past Buc-ee's. And I went there, and legitimately it is kind of the best thing on a road trip. Like, it is the best place you can possibly stop.
They have everything. They have everything.
The brisket, the fresh cut brisket is like, you got to stop there to eat at least, like, you know.
Did you go up where all the jerky is? All the beef jerky? The wall of jerky?
Everything. There's everything. The bathrooms are tremendous. They're spectacular.
Yeah. It's a good place. Can you imagine putting a couple of window tinters walking in there?
I can imagine it. They'll be wearing Wizzy shirts instead of Buc-ee's.
Did you say Wizzy shirts?
So like, I can imagine it. I think there'll be like a brisket eating competition that day or something, you know?
I have a feeling we're going to see Wizzy shirts at the TintWiz shop online, aren't we?
It might have been a thought. He's wearing, like, it kind of fits the profile.
I think you should do it.
Wizzy.
Do it. Yeah.
Easy.
The little wizard. Put a little wizard on it.
Is the beaver, I don't want to get into this but too much, but like, is the beaver like a perverted thing? Like, I feel like some of those, like, not perverted, it's not, but like some of the billboards I'm like questioning. I'm like, what do you mean there? Forget about this. Let's move on.
I know what you're talking about. It's all good.
Billboards get your attention. Like, I kind of feel like this. If anybody tells you billboards don't work, Buc-ee's is the exception.
Absolutely. It made you look, it made you read it, and it made you question it, going, and then it makes you want to go to Buc-ee's.
I want you to put a billboard where the Buc-ee's are, because I want to stop. So like, thank you, because
their marketing's on spot for Buc-ee's. It is
on point.
Yeah, it is. All right, so we at least know it's a van because you already spilled that out. So it's a van. It'll be interesting to see. Do you have a release date for it?
No, like, no, not an exact date, but
roughly a month, 2 months, 3 months,
roughly under 60 days, under 2 months. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Where's it going to be announced at?
Oh, I can't say. It's going to be announced on a video.
Well, I'm sure it's going to be on a video.
It's going to be on a very spectacularly entertaining video. And it might.
It's okay, Eric. Don't say anymore. You're good.
Okay.
It's already got people thinking. You're good. Don't. I know you want to say something.
On an island, a van on an island.
A day on an island.
A van on an island.
A van on an island.
You said not to say any more. I'll leave it at that. And I'm just trying to read the comments.
A van on an island.
Van on an island. I know.
Oh, I think I got it.
Yeah.
I don't know. What anybody that's watching, who wants to guess a van on an island? Who's it going to? I think I know who it is.
I'm trying to just real quick check. I'm just curious.
No, you go ahead.
Well, I'm just curious if all the shirts had been snatched up yet.
Yeah, you can see that. I can't.
I can see that, and there's still some available. So
how many?
Join the live stream late. You can get one of these shirts completely free, other than maybe you pay for shipping. I'm not sure. By going to shop.tintwiz.com, shop.tintwiz.com, or the TintWiz shop. Get the shirt. The coupon code is the number 3 and the number 0. So 30 is the coupon code. It'll make one shirt free. Yep, it'll make one shirt free. Coupon code's 30, and there's still some available. And the idea was, I wanted everybody to win today because usually it's a numbers game. But
Yeah, thank God we're doing something easier than numbers.
I know, right?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, got to pay shipping. $3.99. It's going to cost you $3.99 for this, which is nothing. You can't put a price on a shirt this magnitude.
That's stop that. Hey, which one do you like better? This one or the one where I'm staying with the flame raw behind me?
This is like my favorite shirt now. Like this is legit my favorite shirt. I questioned myself for a second because I'm like, Jason's got a shirt on his website. I'm not trying to step on any toes, but his face wasn't on it. And I'm like, there's gotta be a shirt with your face on it. How could there not be? Like,
Wait
what
a
if
minute.
your
Yeah,
face?
there is. Are you talking about the new logo?
I'm saying the new logo. Like there
This
wasn't
one.
this.
What you talking about, Willis?
When I looked, at least I saw the other logo with the mic, but I didn't see your face on it.
What you talking about?
When did it get up there?
Hold on, I'm gonna look.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't remember.
Oh.
Let's see. Huh. I'm gonna have to prove you wrong. You ready for this?
Right. I looked. I thought I sorted by newest. Yeah, that's got the new logo, but where's your face at, bro?
Bam.
It's on the side.
I don't care.
All right. Well, if you want your face, yeah. But if anybody wants the shirt on the face on the front, this is the shirt. I'm just kidding. You got to get them both. But
listen, no one's going to want a shirt with my face on it.
I think you're wrong. I think I proved you wrong a year ago, and I'm proving you wrong again.
I can't thank you for everything you've done for me. Not only because you helped me build my website. You helped me do that. You remember that last year, right?
I helped a little
you
bit.
You did. You helped, yes. And you guided me that way because you were showing me how to move things around and stuff like that. And I can't thank you enough. And everything else that you've done for not only me, but every other window tinter out there, every shop. You've done so much for the window film community. And I guarantee you, anybody that's watching now or watches this later cannot thank you enough.
Well, everybody, honestly, I feel the thanks because everybody's always so supportive and so kind and thankful and so on. So like what I'm saying is like, I definitely feel it and I appreciate it. And really the feeling's mutual out there because it's not me, it's everybody combined. And I'm definitely like one piece of that as you are, as everybody else is. So like, I thank you. And it goes right back at you and everybody else. And I mean it. Like, I was just talking to Marco the other day, a couple of days ago. I had the pleasure of seeing him. And, you know, I one of the things I brought up to him, like, came to my mind was just like, Marco was one of those people who was like, I spoke to him when I very, very first started, like the live streaming, and he was in the chat supporting and all that. And like, you know, like that means so much. And everybody, look at everybody in the chat. You know what I mean? Like what I'm saying is it's everybody, it's all the things that all come together. And, you know, throwing it back at you because I'm talking to you and I get the opportunity to thank you back. All the thanks in the world to you as well, because, you know, you've been very inclusive of TintWiz. You've been very good to the window film community. You're a great person. You've been nothing but a great person. And you deserve all the thanks in the world as well. And you know, I mean that very, very, very sincerely. So thank you. Look, you're wearing a TintWiz shirt on your show. Do you know what I mean? Like you had TintWiz on all the Tint'er brand shirts. Like, you know how amazing that is. Like when I saw people like at SEMA, you know, there were a lot of Tint'er shirts at SEMA. And like, you know, like that's fucking cool. And like that was 8 months ago. Like that was Tint'er brand wasn't at the level it is now back when it was SEMA. It was still earlier on. And anyway, the point is not only were there Tint'er shirts at SEMA, they said TintWiz on it, so it meant that there was TintWiz at SEMA, and like, thank you, like, and that's just one little thing, which is huge. But
I'm glad I'm wearing sunglasses because I got a little tear coming out right now.
hey, so let me ask you once again. I know
Yes, go ahead.
you've been asked this before, and I
They're
kind of
prescription.
forgot prescription. That's what I. Okay.
Yes, they are.
And then you don't want to wear regular ones because you don't want to look like a nerd.
Exactly.
I'm just asking. I wore regular glasses my entire
So
life.
here, look.
So
Here, I'll even take it off just for you.
it doesn't. I mean, charming. Can you go to full screen so we can see the face bigger?
No. We're not doing all that. But the only thing is now all this is kind of blurry.
Yeah.
I wore
glasses and contacts until maybe 5 years ago, and I know the glasses and contacts game. So I mean, nerd with the most love and respect.
Oh, I've got a pair of regular clear glasses that I accidentally sat on. It was the only pair I had in clear because I had to have those at night.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to spend another $500-600 on a pair of glasses. So they prepared them. And oh, so bad.
Around it, like the orange
fire. Yeah, but it's like permanent. They're horrible. Anyways.
What's your travel schedule look like this year so far? I can only imagine you're getting a lot of requests for
So let's see. I'll be in Vegas last week of this month. So I'll be there. So if you want to come say hi, you're not far, right?
You'll be in Vegas?
Yeah.
5-hour drive.
Oh, you could do. Anyways. So I'll be what's that?
Vegas is I love Vegas. I think it's an awesome city. So
well, real quick, speaking of Vegas, there's a gentleman that I went and did training for him, and he learned in his garage. I literally trained him in his garage in Vegas. He was doing like friends' cars, his family cars. He was just trying to like get that repetition down. And then I think a few months later, he started working for a tint shop. And then he just posted and he messaged me personally. He's got his own van set up. He uses TintWiz. He's got the heat display from Mike York.
Hell yeah.
He's doing fantastic. And he's like, and he's like, if it wasn't for you coming out and pushing me, I wouldn't be where I'm at now. And I'm like, dude, yeah. So anyways, I'm going to back out to Vegas end of May. And then June, I'll be in Louisiana and I'll be in Florida again.
What part of Florida?
Leesburg.
Okay. I know where Leesburg is.
Just like northwest of Orlando.
Mm-hmm. You'll watch out for bears, and that's it. Basically, there's bears and trees. And
I'm in the Rocky Mountains. I got bears. Yeah, we're good.
Are you up in the mountains?
No, but I can see Pikes. I can see Pikes Peak as soon as I open my front door.
Wow, that's amazing.
I'm not far. I'm probably maybe 45 minutes from Pikes Peak, if that. Not too bad.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then let's see. That was June, July. July. It looks like I'll be in Connecticut and Pennsylvania.
Do you, when you go to when you go to these destinations, do you tend to try to see the town a bit, or do you kind of stick to your hotel and the shop?
Nope. So anytime I travel to another state, I always try to find something that state's known for, and I try to go find it.
That's so nice.
Absolutely. So I always try to do something that is not in Colorado if I get the chance, if I've got the time. Now, I'm strictly there just for this shop. And I mean, if we're working till 9 o'clock at night, I'm working till 9 o'clock at night. I don't care. But I usually try to take at least one day, and usually it's at the end of the training, typically on a Saturday, and I'll go find something local and go check it out and stuff like that. Yep.
That's so nice. I would imagine that's like a little bit of a highlight to be able to
Oh, it's a
experience
blast.
culture, a little different culture, food,
Yep.
people,
Yep. It's
buildings.
fun. I love it. And I got to get back out to Haas Evans's shop too. So,
Smithville, North
yep.
Carolina.
But we're next time I go down, I'm actually going to go to a Duke basketball game with him because I'm a Duke fan.
All right.
Yeah.
Are you going as part of like the crew with like Tim Ham, Billy Ellis, and
If that ever gets scheduled, then as long as it fits mine, yes, I'll be there.
oh, got it. You're going to go there in addition to that.
Correct. Additional time. Yeah. And then, of course, Carlos and I still have to schedule to go out to the Cali Bros because that's who
Right.
won the giveaway at Tint'er Battles 2022.
Cali Bros killed
Yep.
it. They
Oh,
killed not only, I mean, they won that, but they, you know, Julian's performance in the heat shrink battle and then their team performance in the final competition.
killer.
They were, you know,
Those two are on fire. They are.
and like they're definitely somebody to watch for in 23, right? Like if you're thinking about who to watch for and you're not thinking about them, you're gonna
Yeah. You're going to screw yourself for not watching out for those guys. Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
What
I
a great,
can't wait. Cool.
cool.
What else? We can start wrapping this up. I mean, we're hour and a half in.
It's up to you if you want to. If there's
So-
any, basically, like if there's any like Q&A questions or anything like that, I'm always down.
Yeah.
I'm
Well, I
not-
mean, anybody, if anybody has any questions for Erik
It could
before
be
we
like-
get out of here.
fun, wild. Like it could be any questions. I mean, you know, like it doesn't have to be anything specific.
Yeah.
And I'll do
Anybody
my
got any questions for Erik? We can do a
I'll
quick
see if-
Q&A.
left, and then we'll wrap it up whenever you tell me to get the fuck off your show.
I'm not going to say that. I can't say that on.
I-
I guess I can't say it on YouTube, can't I?
Oh, I don't know. That's a good point.
Have you noticed that I have not said one cuss word?
I've noticed that I have said at least 3 or 4.
I've heard you plenty of times. I really have.
I didn't think about that. That's a good point. But you know, that should come into play when you potentially monetize the video. But I don't now.
It's all good. Let's see.
That
Oh,
should-
TintWiz. When will TintWiz have a POS system?
So I mean, if you're talking like by POS, if you're talking like payment processing, I don't have an exact date, but it is something, you know, like I said, we're working on, and that will bring together that point of sale, all integrated in. So that definitely the next major feature release, but I don't have an exact date on it.
Okay.
Um,
Let's see what else.
Marco,
Marco says he sent us the wrong address on the order for the shirt. So can you fix it?
of course, but yeah, of course, no problem, Marco.
He'll fix it.
Send me the right one afterwards.
There you go. YouTube doesn't care, I'm pretty sure. Let's just start cussing. Let's not do that.
George said he wears a 4XL, and 4XL is available. It's up to 4XL. So
actually, oh no, I'm on the wrong one. Let me go back. Is it? Does yours go at the? It does. Yes, it goes to 4XL. Nice call. Where'd it go?
I think so. I think
okay. Well, will online booking ever be an option?
Yeah. Online booking will be an option in a way that we feel is going to be extremely efficient and have the best of both worlds when it comes to being able to fully online book, collect deposits, pay, whatever you want to do, and at the same time capture the lead and sell the customer in a way that doesn't become enormously confusing and inefficient when you're trying to sell the customer or they're trying to sell themselves. So Yes, it absolutely will be an option. Payment processing integrated in, because you imagine if they're self-booking, payments are an important part of that. So payment processing is kind of like a foundational step to the online booking, and online booking will be right around the corner after that.
Cool.
Um,
Yeah, TintWiz for the win.
oh,
I
you know what happened with so what happened maybe with the 4XL is, you're right. They're supposed to be available, and they are in stock only for the gray. Other colors were sold out, because I saw the comment. So other colors, the 4XL was sold out, but the gray one, the 4XL, is available. So that's what happened with that confusion. Um,
Hey, here's a good question that Barry Johnson asked. Will TintWiz have a warning system for certain cars when you book, like when tinting a Ram truck? So we all know the Ram truck. It's got the computer down inside the dash. You think there's any kind of warnings that will come up? Is that
so
a way to integrate all that?
Yeah, we talked about ways. That was actually a great suggestion by Marco back in the day, really. He suggested that years ago. And it's something that we have discussed, and kind of just the concept being, how do you populate that information, keep it accurate? The answer to that would be through other users, right? Like users would have to maybe, like, it could either go two ways, right? Like it could be self-contained for yourself. So like you put in, hey, this Dodge Ram has a computer, whether you knew it ahead of time or you found out that day, you put it in there. And now every single time you go to do a Dodge Ram, you're going to get that alert. But it's only for you. And then the other concept could be, well, that alert could be shared publicly. And then it could be kind of like something that other people could, would be able to be alerted, and so on and so on. So it's definitely, it's not something that we're like actively working on, but it is something that is on our like development board, and we've discussed and we've kind of worked out. And and I think the private way is the way that at least makes sense as a first step, and the way that doesn't bring in kind of other complications when you get into like sharing and so on. But yeah, I think as a private notification, it's something you'll see relatively soon and makes sense.
I think that'll help out a lot of people, especially when you see it once and then you're able to share it or at least have it on you. So once you have that car come in, let's just say months down the road, it comes back again. At least you know it for yourself. So
Right.
that's awesome.
But if we all remember when the CLA stops, the keyless ignition doesn't go on the CLA. But not everybody remembers, because not everybody was there that day. The new guy will find out on his own, or new lady will find out.
Yep. Absolutely. Let's see. Where was Marco? Let's see. I found it up here. Let's see here. Do you think there's a real labor shortage, or is this just an easy excuse people make, or is there an issue, a leadership, or is the issue a leadership issue in attracting and retaining top talent to a company?
All of the above, which all can be solved. So like, yes, in general, there is a labor shortage out there. Like that's well known. There is more competition. There are more shops out there. There is a lower barrier of entry. So if you want to be a tinter and start your own business, give you an example. Patrick Lapman has his own business. What did he used to do? He used to work for somebody else 2 years ago, right? You have your own business. You used to be in a shop somewhere. Those shops are experiencing less tinters because those tinters are moving on to open their own shops, right? We see it amongst just our peer group that we are all interacting with online. How many people have broken off, started a new company, and are finding themselves successful, right? There's a lot of people who come out of Tint School online and they open a shop and they're successful and so on. Maybe they get more training. I'm not saying that's the end all. I'm just simply saying there's more shops than there have ever been. There's a lower barrier of entry to opening your own business than there has ever been. There's more resources to be successful at your own business than there's ever been. So yes, there's going to be a labor shortage. However, there's also more customers than there's ever been, right? And there's more training opportunities than there's ever been, and so on. So what I'm simply saying, and like you can charge more than you ever been able to. So there's more money to pay people than ever. So yes, and people want to get paid more now than ever. And we see the dollar being worth 7% less than the month before. So what does that mean? You have to pay people more. So yes, 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 and yes. And people have more options than ever. So then you need to have a stronger culture, because when there's other options and you can just simply go on the computer and see there's other options, you're, like, yes to all of that. But yes, you can still thrive. You can always thrive. That's the thing. You don't have to be afraid of tomorrow. You just have to be able to adapt and to be honest with yourself, and to focus on the opportunity and not the problem. Like, don't look at the problem. Go, where's the opportunity? How do I make this situation work for myself? And that's it. So, those that want to complain, I truly mean it when I say, like, you have to go out there, you have to ask for advice, you have to be honest with yourself, you have to try, but then you have to go put your head down and do it. You have to go talk to people. If you want to hire somebody, you might have to talk to 100 people to hire one. You can talk to 100 people in 5 days, maybe 4. So you can have somebody new in 5 days or 6 or 7. Like, that's the reality of it. Or you can talk to 100 people over the course of 20 years and you can get one good one over. See what I mean? So, like, yes. Yes is the answer. Go out there.
Yes.
If you're in a small town, like if you're in Haas Evans town, right? You're not going to be fishing from the same pool of Tint'ers as somebody in Los Angeles or in Houston. You're not. So if you ask the question, should I hire somebody experienced or should I train them from the ground up? Well, the truth is, you might not even have somebody experienced in your town, right? Like in your city, like very experienced.
That's true. Yeah.
So, like, that question doesn't apply to you if you're Jan in a small town in Colorado. You can't say, like, should I hire experience? Well, no, you shouldn't hire experience, because here's the deal: your business isn't even that experienced. So, like, it's going to be tough to hire an experienced tinter in a new business, like, unless you have something to offer. And if your business isn't super, like, banging, it's not killing it because your area is smaller, then hiring some experienced tinter that needs a big paycheck isn't going to quite make sense in your town where he or she doesn't live, and you can't even support that paycheck to bring them in. So in that case, you say, well, you know what? There's people at the supermarket, because, like, I used to work at a supermarket, Publix in the East Coast, and I know what it's like to work there. And those people go into that company looking for a great, solid company, but realistically, you don't make much money, right? You're there for the security and the benefits. And people talk about Starbucks and Chick-fil-A and so on, and the same kind of thing. Cell phone stores, you go into those places and you start poaching, right? Or you look for ads, or you put out ads and you poach people that have experience in those type of environments, and you train them, because that's what exists in your town. And those people are used to getting $9 an hour because that's what your town commands, or $11 an hour. So when you pay them $15 an hour, you now have a tinter that works on hourly. And then when you go back in the Facebook group and you say, hey, what do y'all think about hiring a tinter on hourly? You're going to say, well, no, that's a terrible idea. Like, people aren't going to be very motivated. And, like, I wouldn't work for hourly as a tinter, and so on. Right. That makes sense in a different city. But the answer to your question is hourly, because if you try to get somebody from the supermarket and tell them about the commission they're going to earn, you're talking to the wrong person. You're promising the wrong thing, because your business probably isn't even that busy, right? Like, maybe if you're in a small town and so on. So what I'm saying is, like, it's don't bring on problems that don't apply to you. If you're a new business, you don't have a problem. You are a new business, and you have to start building your business. If you only grew 50% this year and you wanted to go 300 because you have a bunch of leads you couldn't get to, your business isn't broken. You just have an opportunity. You're doing great, and you need to work at that opportunity. That's it. But, like, don't put a broken thing under yourself. Like, I think a lot of businesses are surprised by how many leads they get in. And they feel, because they're not able to fulfill every one of those leads to the fullest, that there's a problem in their business. There's no problem. You're doing great. Find a way to improve it. That's it. Long answer.
Good words. No, it works. It works. All right. Well, we'll do one more before I kick you off my show.
Do it.
All right. We'll do one more. So my buddy Nate, we actually used to work together. He's got a question. He moved out of Colorado. What is the best way to approach a new company or dealership to start building a bigger client base?
Okay, so I'm going to give you 2 ways that are both great ways. One is going to be something you can do pretty quickly and will work. One's going to be something that you can laser focus, and it'll take a little bit of effort, but then you're able to laser focus and get the customers you want. So simply this, if you can put together a beautiful, nice folder of what you do, it has to be a branded folder. It has to be branded with your information. You should have this. If you don't, this is the opportunity. You put in samples. You can get stickers, make stickers, and put those stickers of your logo on those samples and fill up that folder and simply go into, whether it be a glass company, whether it be a dealership, whatever it is, a designer. If you go in with that nice folder, it's all branded nicely. It has all the information, and you simply leave it with them. Hey, I'm with so-and-so window tinting. We do tinting, anti-graffiti, and so on. I know you have glass that gets cracked and you replace the glass and it needs tint. Anytime you need, I can be out there. I can get the job done. I can match film. I have access to all the film colors and shades and so on. And give us a try the next time you need a tinter. Here it is. Here's a bunch of business cards. Thank you. Maybe you bring them some donuts. That will work. You can go into dealerships like that and pitch them on why you can service their dealership. You can go into glass companies, you can go to designers, you can go to contractors and so on, and they will call you back because they actually do need your services. And what I found is they're looking for consistency, right? A dealership wants to be able to schedule you out there, get the job done, and not have a problem, right? But they need to get you out there when the car's there and when the customer's there, when it needs to be get done, unless you're just preloading brand new parking lot vehicles. But if it's being sold by a salesperson, that's what they're kind of looking for. They're looking for the ability to sell it and make money, and the ability to get you out there problem free. And once you provide that for them, they'll probably call you back. The same with glass companies. They replace the glass, they need it tinted. They don't give a shit. They just want it to get done. The client is paying for it, but they don't want to have to call around and not have you come out there and the other guy this and it. So if you provide them good service, it just takes getting your foot in the door, giving them something's the way. Now, the laser focused way would be if you want to go after like a dealership, if you say like, I want to get my local Porsche dealership, right? Try to put together a package that shows them that literally would be, if I'm the Porsche salesperson and I'm talking to a customer, what do I need to be able to convey why they should add paint protection to their vehicle, right? Because that's going to be one of the biggest values you could do if you're getting a dealership like a Porsche dealer, an Audi dealer, Mercedes dealer, whatever, is give the salespeople what they need to be able to upsell the customer and be able to educate that dealership on how they're going to make money by selling that and how it's going to be fulfilled and so on. And the more you can bridge that gap and fill that in for them, you're going to be able to nail those dealerships, because that's what they're looking for too, is they're looking for ways that they can make money, upsell their customers, and get it fulfilled easily. So it starts with, like I said, putting together that package, and that package is something you should put together and have for all of your customers, even your retail ones, even if you're getting away with just not doing it. An example would be you sell somebody on car tint. Why isn't that person getting a folder that explains what you can do for their home with samples, your business card, and so on, as well as their warranty information for the car and so on? But like, give them that folder. That folder printed and stuffed should cost you maybe $7, $6. But think about what you have there. You have a person, a customer that already used your services, is happy with their car. And now you have an opportunity to say, hey, we also can do your home. This is what we can do. It's in here. I included a 10% off for your home. Call us. We can come to a consultation. I can schedule for you now if you want, or call us later. And you're adding value to your auto service. You're going to earn a better review. They're probably going to tell other people about it. And you have a live lead in front of you that you're able to sell, potentially, and schedule a consultation for right in front of you. There is no better time to do that.
Spot on.
There's no better time. And here's the thing too. One last thing on that subject. You have to own, like, if you want to land those other accounts, like, you can work at it, or you can literally have it just fall in your lap. And what I mean by that is, if you like own and embrace what you do for a living, meaning you're wearing your company shirt everywhere you're at, and you give everyone the best sales pitch. So every one of your customers, and the gentleman or the lady you speak to at the store that asks you, you go grab a folder, you give them business cards, and you really tell them what you can do. You are going to run into all sorts of people that will refer you out. And when you give everybody that 100%, you're always on your game, and you're giving everybody the pitch like they're important, you'll see that people will treat you the same way, and like, your business will blow up. And you won't know it. You'll be talking to the new service manager at this dealership that then gets fired, goes to another dealership, and calls you, and you land that account. You never know how it works. You have to treat everybody with 100%.
Absolutely, and that happens a lot in dealerships. Is a lot of people within that one dealership, they always move to other dealerships. So if you get that good rapport with that one, no matter where he goes or she goes, you're going to business from that other spot.
Yeah. And the key is treat everybody with 100%. Don't treat the Ferrari sales manager different than you treat the lady that you run into at the gas station. Yep. She has a job, or she has a business, or her neighbor does, or her husband does, or somebody does, and or she has a home. I mean, that's how you have to treat everybody. When you do that, honestly, it falls in your lap. It picks up steam. As you do it, you get more, and so on. It will take patience, though, and it takes repetition and consistency, as does everything. So when you do it for a year, you build 10 years of business. But don't think that you're going to do it for a week and you're going to nothing happened. What do I need to do now? That's just not how that works, right? So,
yep, nope, totally get it. Good. I love it. I love it when you answer these questions because you've got it like spot on. And I get a lot of people that ask me questions, and sometimes it's just hard for me to put it in those terms because I'm just like, just do it. just do it.
Do it. That's it. It's just do it. Like whether it's YouTube, it's Google Ads, it's Facebook, it's TikTok, it's handing out business cards, it's whatever you're gonna do, just do it. And like go deep into that. You have to go deep into that concept and kind of build around it and get good at it, whatever that is.
Yeah. No. Good advice. Love it. Absolutely love it. You're a phenomenal person. You are.
Yeah, like totally likewise. I feel a little bad because I did see, like, it looks like your mother, Linda, is possibly watching a little delayed because she was saying that you're not a nerd. You do not look like a nerd. And that was in reference to when we were talking about the glasses. So I said it with love. It was later on. I said love, like as the glasses wear.
Yeah, let's not get back on the glasses. I'll stick to the sunglasses. That's all I know. And I tinted them. So there you go. Do what?
You put tint on the sunglasses? Like film?
No. I tint with the sunglasses on. Yeah.
I thought you tinted them. Like I was like,
no. No. That'd be really bad. Well, shoot, Erik, man. I can't thank you enough for being my first guest on the YouTube. I apologize that the beginning was horrible to start. I can't thank you enough, man.
Thank you for making me your first guest. It's a pleasure to be on as your first guest. It was an honor to be on as your first guest. And I'm just excited to see Tint'er Tuesday progress throughout this year and all you have in store.
I hope it does. I'm going to do my best to have a guest every week as much as I can because I got to work around everybody else's schedules too. So like next week, I've got Carlos, and he's like, I'll be the tintifying, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, man, can't you just come on and be Carlos from Texas Tint Masters? And he stopped and he goes, okay. I mean, he's an entertaining person, but I'm like, why don't you just come in as a business owner and talk and then towards the end you can, release the beast and
the quacking or whatever.
Yeah, just whatever.
So, yeah. All right. Well, that's cool that we get to see Carlos because
it'll be a good one. I will have this all fixed by then, hopefully. I'm sure Patrick will call me tomorrow.
It's all working beautifully.
Yeah, well, it's all good. Well, shoot, Erik, I can't thank you enough. I've said it probably 4 or 5 times tonight. Again, guys, hey, real quick before I kick you off, are those shirts gone?
Let me check.
If anybody doesn't know, you guys can go to shop.tintwiz.com, and he's got these shirts offered. All you gotta do is pay the shipping.
3 left.
There's only 3 left. And you said the shipping was what, $3.99 or something like that?
Yeah.
and then he'll get you a shirt. I did not know about this until I noticed he was wearing it when he first came on the show. So if you guys want one, there's 3 left. And then the code is what? What'd
The
you put?
code is the number 30.
30
30 as a number.
30 as a number. Got it. And there's 3 left. Cool. Oh my gosh, my face is going to be on shirts all over the place.
Think about
Oh, Erik, thank you so much for coming on.
My pleasure. Thank you, Jason. Thank you for everybody for watching as always and being so supportive.
Now get the fuck off my show.
Thank you for that, Jason. Goodbye.
Oh, well, there you go, guys. Erik, TintWiz. If you guys don't know who it is, you guys are crazy. Most giving person in the window film industry. Um, one of the best CRMs out there. Can't go wrong. So again, if you guys missed the beginning of the show, everything got messed up because of Patrick Latman. The video or the audio is off, but we'll get that all fixed for the next one. Next week, I have Carlos, the Texas squeegee from Texas Tip Masters. So he'll be on next week with me. We're also going to do some giveaways from Tint'er brand, and I don't know. I'm going to try to come up with like maybe 3 more giveaways for next week. I don't know. We'll see. Thanks to TintWiz did the shirts for tonight. So you guys all had a chance to get one. So there's the giveaway for tonight. And I think we're going to call this the end of episode 2. And hopefully, hopefully next week, the beginning is very smooth. So, don't forget to like and subscribe. Get the click the bell to get notifications. Absolutely. Thank you, Derek. So again, guys, that is it for tonight's show. And I will see you guys next week, right here, same place with my guest Carlos. On that note, I will catch you guys. See ya.